That's how I keep the party going, you know. Oh, yeah! Tiff and the Punisher! Tiff and the Punisher! Tiff and the Punisher! Oh! Tiff and the Punisher! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Tiff and the Punisher. We are the Punisher Band. I'm Tiff. Tiff and the Punisher. And we're here to rock you. Tiff and the Punisher. We're here to save your children. Tiff and the Punisher. And fight against the evil CPS. Tiff and the Punisher. We're gonna stuff the Constitution down their throats. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh, yeah! Tiff and the Punisher. Keep the party going, y'all. Tiff and the Punisher. Let's get it on. Tiff and the Punisher. Here we go. Tiff and the Punisher. Come on. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh, Tiff and the Punisher. Here we go. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh, oh, let's go! Tiff and the Punisher. We're here to save your children. Tiff and the Punisher. And fight against the evil CPS. Tiff and the Punisher. We gonna stuff the Constitution down the throats. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh, yeah! Tiff and the Punisher. Keep the party going, y'all. Tiff and the Punisher. Let's get it up. Tiff and the Punisher. Here we go. Tiff and the Punisher. Come on. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh. Tiff and the Punisher. Here we go. Tiff and the Punisher. Oh. 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 Tiff and the Punisher. Go. Let's go. Tiff and the Punisher.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
Tiff and the Punisher, they won't back down. Fight for the children in every town. taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids, pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are old Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior. We cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stopping.
Hey, Tiff.
Hi, Darren. My God, that's a big spoon.
It's rubber, so I don't hurt myself.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, you're eating ice cream.
Yeah,
What
it's
kind
nectar
is
and
it?
cookies and cream.
Ugh.
It's not as good as coffee cookies and cream, but it'll do for now.
Oh, you are so funny.
Yeah. So what's up?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here watching the election going on here in Virginia, and it looks like we're going to stay purple.
That was my high school colors,
Purple?
purple and white.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh.
hmm Did you guys have colors back in your high school days?
Mm. Darren, I went to high school, but just to socialize, I couldn't tell you what colors they were.
It was orange, wasn't it?
Are you talking about high school or are you talking about prison?
Well, either or. Every time I gone, I wore stripes once.
Oh my.
Hmm, that was interesting.
I bet it was.
I always wondered what it was like to be a caterpillar. So
Oh,
what? So the election, you didn't run for any sort of Senate seat or anything this time.
no.
This rubber spoon sucks. I don't want this ever again.
Oh Lord. We also have a sheriff, but nobody's running against him, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna win. I'm gonna see if he'll come on once he gets
Mm.
reelected. So we can
You know,
educate him.
yeah, because they need to know that they are the key to all of this. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand, and I was just talking to Alicia about this a few minutes ago. The sheriffs are the piece of this equation that we're missing and that we're lacking. They're the only legitimate law enforcement because
Yep.
we elect them, we the people. They have more power than any other law enforcement agency, and they don't even realize it. And you know how you know this because you have all of these groups trying to dismantle the sheriffs and trying to take away their arresting powers and trying to take away all this stuff. And they're our ticket. I really do believe that we've all overcomplicated this to the point that you're never going to unravel it between the complications that they have made at the state houses and all of this shit with the money and tied into this and that and this and all of this other crap in the judicial side pieces and all this other crap. And everything is just so convoluted and so just meshed and gross. We're never going to get out of it. The getting out of it is very simple, and you know how I feel about it. But the sheriff is the key part to all of this. The sheriff is the one that can enforce this stuff. He can take away. He's the only one that can arrest these judges in the courtrooms when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I don't recommend it to everybody. If you don't know what you're saying or what you're doing, it's not doesn't go so well sometimes. So make sure that you're solid in your arresting of the judge comments. But you know, in reality, that's it. You know, and these sheriffs need to learn that. I mean, I really think that some of these, if you look at these sheriffs, they're the prison guards, you know, like and all that, and they're like these high school yokels and all this. And I'm like, man, you guys have so much power and you don't even know it. You got caseworkers running around with a badge and that's it, playing God. And in all reality, these sheriffs are truly gods on this earth, and they don't have a freaking clue.
Well, they are the highest elected official in every county or
Hmm.
city or whatever that they call it.
Hmm.
Um, and I think I met with him yesterday, and I wanted to congratulate him on running. I said you ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, first of all, because nobody's running against you. But
Hmm.
I did ask him this. I said, if we can prove corruption in this town, will you be willing to arrest some of your buddies that you hang out with? He said, if there's an arrest warrant, I'm going to do my job.
Hmm. Hell yeah. You know, they don't. Everybody needs to go around and talk to their sheriff. Everybody should go out there, find out who their sheriff is. Ask them if they're a constitutional sheriff or not. If they're running for an election, ask them. Find out if they are constitutional sheriffs. You know what I mean? Like, do your part. People, we sit here and we talk about it all the time. What can we do? What can we do? The only power that we do have is the vote, for real. So let's
Hmm.
use that. But you need to be smart with it. You know, like you need to know who these people are. Um, because if you don't, we end up where we're at now, and that's exactly what's happened. Is we've yeah, you go if you want to go do that, Catherine. Go for it. We can handle this. Vote away. Go vote for your sheriff, Catherine. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is something else, right?
Hmm.
Like the sheriff answers to no one but us because he works for
Hmm.
us,
Yeah. Be free.
right? And I don't think they get that.
Mm-mm. What you do, and this is, I wish that, man, I wish that I could get Rick Martin in here because he is the big advocate of the sheriffs. Of course, Dana is too. But what Rick Martin recommends is there's a thing here. I think this is one of them. This is yeah. This is called. Oh, here it comes.
Yep, here he comes.
Hi, Dan. I'm afraid what else might come out of this. Um, this here is the Anderson Sheriff's Manual. All right, it's thick. This is volume 2. There's 2 volumes, 1 and 2. Very good. I can count. Inside of here is everything that you need to know about the duties of the sheriffs, what they're supposed to do, what their obligations are, the whole damn kit and caboodle. Um, Everything that you need to know. Rick Martin suggests that you get these manuals and you bring them to your sheriff's office. You give these to your sheriff and say, Mr. Sheriff, I want you to read this and I want you to understand what your your rules totally are. What you need to do. I mean, this thing literally breaks it down to return where the magistrate issuing the warrant is absent. Return to the warrant for larceny where property is found. Return where the magistrate issuing the warrant has gone out of office. Um, all of these oath of office of the sheriffs. Did you know that the coroner is the third most powerful person? But this is the oath of the office of the sheriffs, the coroners, and the constables. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of wherever you are, and what I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of sheriff under sheriff, deputy sheriff, or coroner of the county of blah blah blah, or of the constable of the town, precinct, or district of, according to the best of my ability. Well, I'll tell you what, the best of your damn ability is to do exactly what they said at the beginning, and that's to uphold and support the Constitution of the United States. Um, and that's all you can ask of them to do. And that's what Trump's trying to make happen. That's what everybody's trying to make happen. Is the fact of the matter is this: the Constitution is the highest rule of the land. It is the ruling properties of this country, and that needs to be brought back. Period. End of story. And if we can't do that, then we've failed as a society. This is our government. This is our stuff. They're here for us so that we can enjoy the freedoms that are issued to us in our Bill of Rights and the Constitution and all of that stuff. And if we don't have someone that's out there upholding these things and these rules and everything, we end up how we are now. So somewhere along the lines, these people have gone from the most powerful people in the land riding around on horses with hats and brims and shotguns and blowing people away that are running across Texas and wherever the hell else they are. I mean, the baddest MF in the whole world is goddamn Texas Ranger. I think they're sheriff, ranger, whatever they're bad son of bitches right there. I mean, think about it. A sheriff has a posse. You know, they wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I'm going to ask him, of course, I'm gonna ask him in a couple of days because I'm sure he's going to be celebrating. Um, but yeah, I want him to come on because I need him to understand what we do and to educate him on what he needs to be watching out for when they're showing up at these CPS calls. So,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's watching in Virginia, Spanberger won, just like I said she would. But anyway,
Oh, you know what?
what?
Um, let's hear what our man Dave Waggle has to say. Because Catherine was going to come on, but she's going to go vote, which is
Okay.
much more beneficial to us than being on our show. I'm trying to look for the thing about the warrant. Uh, in the execution of a search warrant, the officer possessing the same should be careful to not extend the search to places or to territory not authorized by the warrant. If the warrant merely describes a building, a search of the ground surrounding the same is not warranted. Where the building described in the warrant is a store, it will not warrant the searching of a part of the same building occupied as a residence. The authority under a warrant to search one building does not authorize the searching of others, although located upon the same piece and parcel of ground. The Supreme Court of Tennessee, however, held that a warrant authorizing the search of a building was sufficient authority to search an outbuilding in close proximity. Thereto, which was part of thereof, appurtenant thereto. That was not a lot of appurtenance in that. A warrant may be sufficiently broad in describing the building and premises as to authorize the search of a residence and outbuildings. There is less basis for the holding of Federal District Court of Texas than conclusion reached by the Tennessee Supreme Court, wherein they learned federal judge held that a lean-to built at the back of a defendant's residence, but with which was no connecting door, could not be regarded as part of a residence or of a respected search. Goes on and on and on.
Wow.
So you need to make sure that when they come with a warrant, which they most likely aren't doing anymore, that on
Nope.
that warrant it says specifically what they're there to search for, what they're there to apprehend, what they're there to take, what they're there to do. Because if it's not on that warrant,
It's an
it ain't.
illegal search.
That's right.
Yeah,
Here's what.
because the Fourth Amendment is very clear. They have to say where they want to search or who they want to search and what they're looking for.
Check this out. Authority to execute the warrant. A search warrant, like any other process directed to an officer to be executed, can only be directed to him, either by name or official designation, and like an execution of other process, generally, if the officer summons other officers or deputies or citizens to assist him, then the law protects them as a rule. In the absence of a prohibitionary statute, a search warrant may be directed to a private citizen by name. A warrant may be addressed to any lawful officer of the state, county, or municipality. A warrant addressed to the defendant instead of an officer is a nullity. It is immaterial who carries out a particular part of the search or functions in connection therewith, whether it is in the officer to whom the warrant is directed or another as, for instance, a deputy who is assisting the officer is executing the same. The fact that federal officers participate in the search being conducted by state officers does not ipso facto convert the proceeding into a federal undertaking. Yeah,
Hmm.
here's
Yeah,
one.
is that in a PDF?
Tiff,
Yeah.
of
Okay,
course
go
it is.
ahead. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay.
definitely in there. This here tells you that they need to have that warrant in their hand. They're not supposed to enter that property without that warrant.
Yeah, because they'll say it's on its way.
Oh, here we go. So it says this. With respect to process generally and particularly warrants of arrest, it is necessary that the officer or other person to whom the search warrant is directed have possession thereof. So where the search warrant was in the coat of the officer, which was on the premises described in the warrant, and a few feet from the house, it is regarded as sufficiently in his possession to constitute authority to make the search. A position by the defendant that the search was illegal because the warrant was not in possession of the officer, making it when the facts show that it was in his pocket 10 or 12 feet away, is wholly untenable and entirely lacking in substance.
Oh, so they can say they have it on their person even if they don't show it to you.
Yeah,
And that's sufficient enough.
yeah.
But who's to say they had it? Them?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Bastages. Yeah, anyway, I suggest that you guys get this book, look at it, learn it, understand it, bring it to your sheriffs so that they do too, because there's a
Well,
lot of information in these things.
if you want them to get the book, where can they get it from?
You know what? It's very hard to find, and there's not. There's a lot of knockoffs and things of it. I got it on Scribed. That's where I got it from. But I
Oh,
also do have it. So if you guys want it, we got an email.
yeah. Well, I got the first one. I need the second one.
Yeah. Well, I need $1,000,000 too. So
Don't we
Tammy,
all?
Tammy, pray hard for us because we really need it tonight. There's a lot of things going on here. But you know what? So Dave Waggle's on right now. Why don't we see what he is saying? Let's see what Dave Waggle's talking about. Wanna?
Okay.
Let's go have a look at the Wag, the machine himself, the Dave Wag. Let's see. Where is Mr. Dave? Let's see what his show is talking about today.
I really like that flag behind you.
I do too.
It
I
turned
do
out
too.
really good.
Sure did. I mean,
I was worried.
you do not need to be worried. It was just okay. Let me just search for the Wag.
Oh, you're so funny.
I don't know. Have we gotten any Tanawa Downing updates?
I have not seen anything. And I asked Jessica, and she never answered me.
Where does she come on? Where's his goddamn live? Gunner, where's his live?
I
Uh,
thought it was on Facebook.
I'm looking at here. It's not. It must be. Oh, maybe I just click on his picture. Oh, look at that. It brings him right up.
Oh my.
There he is. Hey, Waggle. He's coming on with us here in the next week.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he is. He is fired up. He's had enough, of all this baloney. He's it's so funny because I think he's gonna cuss and then he comes out with a nice word. When people do that, they're like, this piece of shoe leather, or whatever the hell. Here we go.
But when I did talk to the sheriff yesterday too, I did tell him that I want to get him in touch with Sheriff Mack.
Have you called him yet?
Darren, I'm gonna call
Yeah.
him. I promise. It's been crazy here. And I also told him I want to get him in touch with the angry citizen, and he was like, "That's cool."
I'm telling Dave right now that we have him live on the show.
What?
I'm trying to text Dave and tell him that he's on our show right now.
Well, we can't
Is he
see
on
him.
there? We don't have him up yet?
No, you're eating your ice cream.
I'm eating my ice cream. I don't have any ice cream in my mouth.
No, but you had it in your hand.
No,
It's
that's
a
my
brick
phone.
wall, me and you at the bottom.
How the hell is he? Why is he not? Here we go. How about now?
And can see to the point where we are and
Yes.
where we've gotten to. And I always said to myself, yeah, and that's when they will change their behavior. When we do this, and this is how they're going to weigh the risk versus return. And this is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. This is just the way I analyze investments in the whole landscape in the investment world is by the players involved in it and what their behaviors, what are they're driving, motivations and factors into their behaviors. But to actually get to this point and actually see it and hear of, and seeing what happened with Helen, that complete turnaround. I mean, they went right back in our face and said, well, we don't care about your little stupid group. We told you, we're holding you responsible for his reporting and for the existence of this Warrior Project thing. And they came back 3 times
I
saying,
think I have
you're
the
going to
same
pay for it.
sweatshirt he's
You're
wearing.
going to pay for it. If one person shows
Oh
up in
my.
support, you're
Oh my
going to
god, I
pay
want to go
for it.
put it on.
And
Dave,
for her to walk
Oh,
in there and experience the
I want to
complete
look like Dave.
opposite right? This woman who has gotten away with absolutely anything
He is so angry.
she's wanted to for all
And I don't
these
blame him
years. I mean, just 100%
because
the
he's under
same
attack now. You know
outcome,
that?
the same outcome. And this, to see the
What'd you
first one of
say?
its kind, just be like,
I said Dave is being
flip
attacked
the
now.
script. Nope. Now the rules of the
And I'm
game are
going to tell you
different.
something about him.
Now,
For
instead
what?
of the attorney
Oh, just all
shaming
kinds of
this
nonsense
innocent person
because he's going
and
after
making this innocent
he's going
person
after
believe
these false
that they
advocates.
are the
He's going
shameful
after these
person
people that are
by
full of
this
shit.
massive
He's tired of
gaslighting,
everybody
okay, of
talking,
epic
and he's
proportion.
like he said to me this. He
Now
said to me
it was
earlier
the
today.
complete opposite.
You know, all of
Now
this
the
nonsense. You know, like working so
reality
hard to
of the
help these people,
shame that
and all they
is
care
this
about is their
attorney,
little
that
side click.
is
You know,
this
the drama
system,
clubs like you
now
talk about
that
not being a
is
part of,
what's on
and it's driving him nuts.
on
You know what I
display,
mean? Like he's
not
investing
for
all this
just a
time and
courtroom,
money into
but
helping these people, and all they care about is
for
this
the public
bullshit
record,
drama.
right? And we thought logically that would make people change their behaviors. And to see that happening now and then hear of this next one coming down the pike, and a couple of others that are talking about it, and to hear every person that I speak to tell them, yeah, they know
He
about
really
you
should
guys.
have
They
moved
know
his
about
head
you
though.
guys. They know about you guys. So it makes total sense, right? I mean, if you were involved in this scam, you know, wouldn't this be something that you'd be really worried about too? Everybody finding out, right? And wouldn't you be doing the calculus to sit there and say, how do I avoid that? Right? All I got to do is give this person's kid back, not do it to this person. This is where, you know, the selfishness comes in, and you know, they can now, you know, flip the script on that as well. Now, instead of us being harmed by not enough people wanting to step forward and do for someone else, do for the next person in line. You know, too many
Paying it
people want to
forward.
say, oh, I got to worry about myself. You know, I got kids, I got college coming up, I got a job I got to protect, I got, not me, not me. And then you wind up in this situation as a whole. Now, let's flip the script on that too. Now, put these guys in the position to sit there and say, "Oh no, I'm just going to give the kid back. I'm just going to do the right thing. Right? I'm just going to stay. I don't want to get my face and my name, you know, mentioned in here, and their, you know, in their on their hit list for exposure. Um, and that's a beautiful thing. That's an amazing thing for us to be experiencing here right now. But the weird thing about it is, you know, I knew that, you know, magic numbers, you know, 10,000, you know, these psychologically important things, they bring out extremities in people, you know. So I knew that we would have like this, you know, this burst of good, of attention, of like wow, of appreciation, you know, of act like people seeing, you know, this is no longer theory. They see it working now, right? And I knew that would bring out a few negative Nancy's, you know, but the trauma is so deep in this world that I couldn't believe that there could be enough people out there that could actually be holding themselves out as victims, as advocates in this system, that could actually sit there and see what we're doing and make it about me, make it about how
Yeah.
much they don't like me. They don't like my style. They don't
Yep.
like my voice, my words, my anything. Um, I mean, how could they just not sit there and just be like, ugh, how could I even do that? Right? I'm just, you know, how could I even say that I'm actually here for the victims if I'm actually looking at the one thing, the first time that we've seen some sort of a repeatable process be successful and have the opportunity to continue to be successful for something so important, stopping kids from being abused, stopping this crime, stopping this harm. And people can actually let the words come out of their mouth of being negatory and derogatory, or outright coming out and lying, you know, about me. Now, I'm not talking about the real whack jobs and lunatics and you know, and crazy people out there. There's always going to be a small percentage there. I'm talking about more of just like the general thing out there. And again, I've said this many times, that the psychology is such that you experience such trauma of lack of control in the courts, and just such conditioning of loss, 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 loss. It just beats you
It's the
up. It
truth.
beats your dignity up, your sense of self-worth up to such a degree that it makes sense. To every action in this world, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you have this level of dignity, robbing, okay, treating people like they're just lower than the lowest of the low of
Mm-hmm.
human beings, well, then the natural reaction that no, 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 unga bunga, I am man, hear me roar. I am woman, hear me roar, makes sense. But you'd have to figure at some point there would be some logic kind of coming in there with people saying, oh, no, I can't. Okay, even if, I'm a little, PO'd that, this guy has gotten someplace that I really wanted to be. I really wanted to get. I really want to see, the successes that, that they've had, or, that look like that are coming, and even if I am a little bit jealous or envious, I'm not going to put that out there. Okay, I'm going to look horrible if I do that. How could I ever sit there and say that I'm an advocate or I'm a victim in this if I'm literally going after the one thing that we see working? But yeah, yeah, it's another one of these shockers. There is so much trauma out there that this bubble and just defies gravity and just defies common sense. But I don't care. All right. I don't care if half the country is shit talking me all over the place. Okay. You can shit talk me all day long while we rack up reuniting family after family after family.
That's right, Dave. You
Eventually,
tell him.
I think the weight of that is going to, make all the difference in the world. And if I sound overconfident here, good. If there's one person that should be overconfident right now, shouldn't it be the guy who's leading the charge on fucking reuniting families and bringing these culprits to justice?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's one guy I don't want being self-deprecating, being unsure of himself in this. Right? Fake it till you make it, or really believe it first, and a lot of it's that. Okay, I'm telling you right now. I mean, I realize that this is a mindset that needs to be had to take this to where it needs to go. And I'm not so concerned with, you know, how polite it comes off or whether how likable it is. It's all
Mm-hmm.
what is necessary to get it done. What is necessary? What is the leadership that needs to be done here? Okay, to get this done. And the one thing I worry about um, is, well, I mean, if you're not likable, it's kind of hard to lead anybody, right? No matter what good you're doing, if people just don't like you for whatever reason. And I would hate for that to be the reason that we don't get to 2,000 complaints coming in. I got this bad feeling that there are just hordes of people out there. They're not bad people. They're in this fight and they just believe their thing. And, they're not buyers of our alternative strategies. And, people get married to their ideas, you know, and we know from facts, from many cases out there that it's not a matter of the facts showing up that get people to say, oh, okay, well, then clearly I see I've been wrong and this has been right, so I'm going to leave that and do it. No, people will hang on to their wrong ideas till the end of time because they confuse their identity with it, right? Instead of it being just a tool, just a method that you are embracing at a time. And then when the facts change, your mind should change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have this experience with investors that they buy stocks and then they fall in love with them, right? And that's just a kiss of death, right? It's you cannot have that level of emotion attached to your investments because when the facts change, you need to change. And when you see people losing a lot of money in investments, it's why. They just now they're not interested in assessing the environment for reality. They're now looking to appease their confirmation bias is what it's called. You're actually looking for only the information that proves your point. You're purposely shunning any information that doesn't. So anyway, I'm gonna close this one up here and get into more of a conversation with our next
All right.
exit interview. So I'll be catching back up with you guys in a little bit. All right, bye.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? Um, this is why I don't do the bullshit Facebook drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to talk about everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. Who cares if people like you? You
Mm-hmm.
listen. If I had to worry about every fucking buddy that hated me, I would fucking be sitting over in a corner crying somewhere. I don't give a fuck. You either like me or you don't. You fuck with me or you don't. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that he said is that some people get so wrapped up in it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's true. That's why I even told you, you got to take a break. You got to give your time to relax and step away, right? Because if you don't do that, you can't help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I agree with is yes, some advocates will do shit knowing that it's not going to work and they'll charge you money for it. I know what works for me, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting kids out of foster care into kinship care.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm going to keep saying is the first one to the courthouse wins.
That's right. And that's
Okay.
it. That's it. And see that rule is so simple and it works. This is what I mean when I say that we overcomplicate this stuff so severely. We've just polluted this whole process by making it uh, full of all this jargon and all this shit, and it's real simple. It's very simple. They are doing wrong. We are right. Get to the courthouse first. It works.
That's all you got to do.
You
Because
know.
listen to me, if they don't have already have a removal order, that is your opportunity to get somebody to go to the court and file a motion to intervene or an emergency custody hearing. Because this is what happens 9 times out of 10. You send somebody to intervene or take custody of your children through the courts. The courts give you custody, whoever you send,
Mm-hmm.
no child, no CPS case because you avoided CPS. You
Mm-hmm.
cut out the middleman. You went straight to the fucking judge and you
Mm-hmm.
slit their throat without them even knowing
Mm-hmm. They didn't even. They were sleeping. They were sleeping.
because they didn't think that you knew who got to the courthouse wins first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
And the
does it
other
work
thing,
every single time? No, but it works. 80% of the time, it works.
educational purposes only, people,
Hmm. It's
and
only for
entertainment.
education. That's right.
Education and entertainment. Um, but it does have some weight to what she's saying. So, like, that's really cool. You know, that's that's a piece of priceless knowledge right there that we give, or that Tiff gave. But I will say we because we're a team here.
That's right.
Um, so that's a piece of priceless information, and you can take with that what you will do with it. But don't sit here and cry and bitch and complain when you had the opportunity to have the upper hand and you're too lazy or too weak or too whatever to use it.
And this is the thing, right? I've had some people come back and say, well, they won't let me file because they're saying I'm a third party. I said, well, who the fuck do you think CPS is? They're a third party. That's bullshit.
Hmm.
Go file.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, do you only help women? No, I help men and women. Okay. It's about the family for me. If if you two are arguing, the first thing I'm going to tell you is y'all are best friends right now.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
You're
better
your
be
only.
best friends right
You are
now.
your only ally. You are your only ally. Is your mate, and that's why I hate the fact that they try to there's a reason that they try to break you and your wife apart, or your wife and you if your husband, or you know what I mean, the marriage couple. There's a reason that they come in and immediately try to drive that wedge between you, because they know damn well if they can break you apart, then they can break you, and they will get that goddamn kid.
What's it called? Division.
Division of Family Services. I should tell you.
And this is the other thing. They have no two things are going on here. One, they're in violation of your religious beliefs, okay? Because people who get married, I don't care what religion it is, I don't care if it's satanic or godly, I don't care what it is, Buddha, I don't even know the rest of them, okay? But most people that get married are married under religious beliefs. The second thing is they're playing with God, okay? Because your vows, I know mine said, let no man divide what
Mm-hmm.
God has brought together or come between, or it's something to that effect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What God has brought together. Okay. It didn't say the state, it didn't say CPS, it didn't say you two, it said what God has
Mm-hmm.
brought together. And if I fear God, right? Because God, I don't fear God. Let me retract that.
No, you do. You're God fearing.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Because let me tell you, I've been in some fucked up situations where the only thing I had on my side was God.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in all honesty, we can all tell you how what we've been through and what we learned from it, but there's only two things, right? You got to leave it in God's hands, and you have got to advocate for yourself, because we can't walk in courtrooms yet unless they change the laws. Advocates cannot walk in courtrooms. We just can't. And if you're in this town and I walk in there with you, you are definitely going to lose your kids because they fucking hate me. I am public enemy number one, and Claire is public enemy number two because she's with me now.
Mm-hmm. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, she is. I told her every time I'm with her, I'm like, child, you should have been my daughter.
Child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was with me at court yesterday. We was in there cutting up.
Oh man, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall for that.
Oh yeah, we was high-fiving with the cops and all kinds of shit.
Man, you two's crazier than a shithouse rat.
And she'll be here for Thanksgiving too.
Hmm. Um.
But really, that's where
Oh,
everybody needs to get. You all need to be public enemy number one, because trust me when I tell you, I have had police officers, I've had other attorneys, I've had a lot of people tell me that they are afraid of me, and especially the sheriff, because I will put his ass on blast. And I'm about to do it again as soon as I get this body cam footage. But you have to be feared in order for them to listen to you. I'm telling you, I don't care if they respect me or not, but I tell you what, they respect me and they fear me. That's why I tell people I'm the most hated woman in this town. But I don't care.
the original quote was from Matthew 19:6. Is what therefore God has joined together, let no one separate.
Well, I said it was something to that effect.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just backing you up, Tiff.
Yep.
So the passage established that marriage is a divine institution where a husband and a wife become one flesh, a
Mm-hmm.
new unified entity created by God. It says it is a call to view marriage as a sacred and permanent bond that is not to be broken by human interference or divorce. It underscores the permanence and sanctity of the marital union, discouraging separation and divorce.
Yep. And then Congress passed the Marriage Protection Act, 2022, maybe 2023. That's a federal law.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're telling you that you have to divorce your spouse, now if they're telling you to divorce your spouse because they're abusive, then you should, okay? But if there's no abuse going on there, you need to tell them to kick rocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kick
They
them
don't
rocks.
have right, they don't have the authority, nor do they have the right to tell you you have to leave your spouse.
Mm-hmm. That's right, John. You PE number one right up there, man. Hey, Rochelle says two sheriffs told me I can file for child custody for my child while having TPO. Rochelle, you do whatever the hell you want.
They're
For real.
yours.
Like this is that's right. You are always going to be their parents. You do whatever you feel necessary. I'm going to tell you right now, the void ab initio is where it's at, people. Void ab initio. Read up on it, study on it. I'll put the thing up that I made for it. I'm telling you, this is it. And I was just talking to Alicia about this. Is the scary thing is what's going to happen. What's going to happen if it works?
Well, then everybody's going to be filing, and these states are
Yes.
going to bring these kids home.
Because she goes, well, why hasn't anybody done it yet? And you know what? I think that's the biggest thing. Is what if it works, right? Like that's what I
Mhm.
think. Doesn't that stop a lot of people? Like when you're in this for so long, because it becomes a new complex, right? Because now you've been without your kid for 4 or 5 years. What's your kid doing? Like, are they living a good life? Are they having it better than you? You're depressed. You're stuck in a slump. You're poor now. You barely take a shower. You can't even raise your head up half the time to get up and do anything. What kind of life is your kid going to have when you come home? Well, it's going to be a fucking great one because you're not going to be that way anymore. That's first of all the way you need to think. You're not always going to be stuck in this slump. You're stuck in the slump because you don't have your kid. If you had your kid, you wouldn't be in the slump. You wouldn't be acting that way. You'd have something. You would have the love. You would have the care. You would be out and you would be doing what you need to do that's necessary to make sure that your kid is all set. So don't worry about that stuff. But it is scary. Our situation, from what I hear, our daughter's traveling the world. She's all over everywhere because they got a new job and everything. And it's kind of like, well, look where we are now and compared to where we were 5 years ago. We're in a way different situation. And we were in that situation 4 years ago when they took her. Like that's what our plans were, was to do that. But now that's what she's doing. So now is it wrong to drop a void ab initio and go and take her back when she has an opportunity maybe that she wouldn't be able to have with us? Like these are questions that you ask yourself as a parent. Like at what point is it going to now be harm over if it's okay to do this? Because a lot of things have changed. Like a lot of you just hope and pray that everything is okay and that they are being cared for well and good, and hopefully they don't miss us. Like hopefully they don't. You know, because it's real damn shame that they've put these burdens and these pressures onto these kids in these situations and made them even have to negotiate those things in their own minds of whether or not they cared for their parents or whether they don't, or these people that are now their parents, or like I can't imagine having that burden on me. But hopefully they don't. Hopefully they're doing well and hopefully they're having a good time, and when it's time for them to come home, God will get them home to us, and I know that and I believe that. um
Well,
and that's what it's got to be.
here's the thing. Just like there's a void in our lives when they're not with us because they've been stolen from us and kidnapped and whatever, they too have that void, right? Um, until they reconnect with you, because trust me, they're going to have questions. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot you're not going to be able to answer because this system is so corrupt, right? They're never going to understand how corrupt this system is
Hmm.
because we all know that once your children have been put in that system and when they're adults, they are targeted when they have children. So
Hmm.
it's a never ending cycle, and they're never going to understand until CPS knocks on their door. Now, my kids, they all hate CPS. Okay. Doesn't matter who they are. They know,
Hmm.
they know. Three out of four of my children have had CPS cases.
Hmm.
And guess what? We beat all of them. My son, he didn't need
Hmm.
my help. He's another Tiffany. Darren, he's a cancer just like you, were born on the same day. Um,
Hmm.
but I helped both my daughters and we won. Absolutely not. The biggest thing is you have to educate yourself, right? That's why I'm so big on the Constitution because that's what I use all the fucking time because you can't go over me, under me, around me. The Constitution is there. You can't deny it.
Hmm.
And then my kids, it's funny because Kingston asked me today. He said, "Yaya," he couldn't say Constitution, but I knew that's what he was saying. He said, "What?" But he asked me. He said, "What does it say?" So now he knows his Fourth Amendment right, though. Don't get it twisted. He'll tell me quick to get out of his room. Um, he knows about his privacy. Um,
Mm,
so now I'm going to start teaching it to him. But my other grandkids are learning it. My kids know it, and we've been educating people on it. So there is a void, just like with us. It is with the kids. They know that the family that they're with, unless they were adopted as babies, and they haven't been told yet, they know something's
mm,
wrong. They know in their heart that it's wrong. So, and it's hard, and I'm telling you because I've been through it. She asked me, "Why me?" And
mm,
I said, "I can't answer that. I don't know why you."
mm.
They targeted her.
It's just all a big shit
It
sandwich.
is. And it's getting a little hard on me too because here we go, another holiday. Because I don't know if she's mad. I mean, we're friends on Facebook and we talk on Facebook, but as far as her coming around, she hasn't seen me, her siblings. It's still hard. And my case is beyond old. It's
Hmm.
dinosaur old. But it's still hard. And like I said, the good thing for me is that I have my kids and my grandkids around me. But that piece is
Hmm.
still missing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So don't
Yeah, it's a gap, and you'll never get that back.
no. And people say, "Oh, time heals all wounds." Yeah, time makes it easier, right? But it
Hmm.
never
No, it
heals.
doesn't. And it doesn't make it any easier. I swear to God that time is so fast, but yet so slow. Like it's always Friday. It seems like
Mhm.
it's always Friday. Like it's like, but every day is forever.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you think. I mean, I know for me, I think about Nina. I bet you at least once a minute she'll pop into my head, one
Mhm.
way or the other. Whether it's just her name, whether it's her face, whether it's whatever.
Mhm.
It's at least it's got to be once a minute. It has to be. I don't keep track of it, but like that's it. Like you think of it all the time.
Yeah.
Um, you know.
It's just
So yeah, you're
terrible.
right. Yeah, it's freaking awful. Deidre's in for the fight of her life right now. She got Mr. Davis, and she's going to the war room again. It's been I don't know. I don't think she was TPR'd from the two older boys, but she's definitely lost the guardianship and everything. And Davis is taking her back into the courtroom, and he's going in swinging. So good luck to you, Deidre. I think it's November 12th
Oh
or
yeah.
13th.
Good luck.
She comes up with her custody of
But I
you.
want
So.
Deidre to know your biggest battle right now, and I've seen this in all 50 states, is those kids are in school. I have literally
Mhm,
seen custody orders where the judge will give the other parent custody, but the custody will
mhm,
not transfer until the last day of school because they don't want to interrupt any part of their lives during school. So just be prepared for that. So well, they might do it over Christmas break, but the
mhm,
majority of them will say you can have them on
mhm,
Christmas, but on the last day of school, custody transfers
mhm,
over to whoever, whatever. So just be
mhm,
prepared for that.
mhm. There was a good. I want to read this one comment here. Run it, Danielle says. Run it. Um, Danielle. There's a good comment right here. I saw that I wanted to hit on here real quick before we do this. Let's see. The Ryzen Rare Gem said they told me I had to divorce my husband and not to have anything to do with Vicky's father. Um, Rochelle said that she's been in the dumps without her child. Of course. Uh, The children of the light of the world, who the enemy had who had dimmed the light bars. Yep, yeah. Where is it that I was reading this? Tiff Tina wants to say, if you haven't looked at her motion yet, can you please look at it? It's in the email, and it's from Katina Burdett.
Yeah, I've been talking to her. Yeah, she's gonna resend it.
Oh, that's why you weren't paying attention to me. Hey, don't forget this Friday night, guys. We got the toll and roll playing back again. We got a new call-in number. We were working on that today. We're getting a little more high tech, and we also have with them this time will be
That's Friday, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's Friday. Um, I don't probate, 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 probate trap, probate trap. They'll be with us too. Um, so that's gonna be exciting. So make sure you guys get. Hey, make sure you guys check out the coin. Make sure you guys get the FCKCPS Bitcoin or crypto. I got it up on my Fight CPS. Check that out. Renee said, speaking of toll and roll, she said that we served every sheriff in the country in 2014. That woman, Renee, the probate trap. Thank you, Renee. That woman is a machine right there. I tell you what, that woman, the more and more I hear these guys and I talk with these people, I'm just like, God damn, you never realize how much trauma people have gone through and how they turn that trauma into something great and something bigger than them. Like, I'm not going to get big headed on us, but we're that way. Like, we've taken something that has destroyed us and we've turned it around and we made it. This is bigger than us. Like, it's not for us to dwell on and us to be heroes. And we're making ourselves the heroes and we're doing the things that heroes do, but it's not about us. This cause is way bigger than us. And we know that, and there is the battle of good and evil. And I'm telling you right now, just keep watching these advocates that are falsely being advocates and falsely leading people and taking their hope away. They will fall away. God will have his way with these people because we're messing with these kids.
Well,
And the Bible says don't do that.
there's a saying that says, "Rotten and dead fruit will always fall from the trees."
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's how much better can you say it than that? You can't say it any better. So, uh, yeah. Well, Tiff, I think we've talked enough tonight.
Yeah, I gotta go put this little one to bed who just fell asleep in my reclining chair.
Let that all sink in what we said tonight, for real. And don't forget, toll and roll coming with us Friday with probate trap. Look for the flyer. I've got that done. We just got to get it up there. I'll show you guys what it almost done version of it looks like real quick. This one's pretty cool. Let me see here if I can share the screen properly. Let me see. Where are you, bro? Well, maybe not. No, it doesn't want to share. Well, I'll be darned. So you're going to have to wait till I put it up tonight. Make sure you guys check out cpsbreakingnews.com. Danielle says surety bond, public official loyalty oaths, do all that stuff because it's important, and she means it. So guys, do all of this stuff. Let's get this shit done. Let's get these kids home, and support Dave Waggle and the Family Fraud Warriors. Have a good night, everybody.
Kids are being taken one by one. Families broken apart. The world keeps moving on. nobody here to fight. Where are the warriors? Where are the dads? Where are the mothers? This is so sad. I know a place where warriors are made. It's a podcast of true family fighters. You need to listen tonight. Tiff and the Punisher coming for CPS. Tiff and the Punisher. Be our next guest. CPs took your children, chased your husband away, left you alone and vulnerable. Let me hear you say, Tiff and the Punisher coming for CPS. Tiff and the Punisher. Be our next guest. Do not be afraid. Wipe your tears away. We need to come together. It's our time. To need to tell your friends. Watch the show. If CPS comes, this is where you go. They won't win this war against us. This is our crew. We have your trust. Advocates unlock the others. They care for us. They hold us up high. They make us feel important. Others pass us by. Tiff and the Punisher. Tiff and the Punisher. Coming for CP. Tiff and the Punisher. Tiff and the Punisher. Be our next
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
Imagine being a child who has been torn away from their security. Imagine being a child who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stopped the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scraped their knees. Now just imagine how they mightst feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calmed. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look?